Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Strada, and I am your instructor for Math 23 here at OCC. All right, I just wanted to go through some things, let you see a picture of myself. All right, and then give you an idea of what we're talking about. So this week, all right, we're trying to get everybody adapted. So here's the home screen. Okay, I better do this so everybody can see my entire screen. There we go. Share. Okay. So you should now be able to see everything on my screen. So we're going to go back to the homepage. Here is the school's homepage. You see everything? All right. You see what's coming up this week over here. You have the M1 assignment, which is the Module 1 homework. You have the M1 quiz. So this week we only have one module. You do have to complete the M23 Technology Compatibility Test and the Introduction Discussion. So when we look at our calendar, when we look at the simple syllabus, gives you an outline of weekly of what we got. So week 1, beginning today. All right. Week 1, beginning today. So all this material is due next Tuesday. All right. So the end date is October 18th. So next Tuesday. I do strongly suggest you start on it early. All right. One of the worst things that can happen is you get to it Tuesday night around 10:30, you're trying to get your work done and something goes wrong with your technology. We don't want that to happen. So please take advantage. I know part of being an online student is the flexibility it affords you. And I agree with that flexibility. However, don't get hurt by the fact you wait until the last minute. The earlier you get stuff done, for multiple reasons, the better off you'll be. So if we look at week 1, we have our readiness activities. Then we have module 1 that involves the introduction to integers and their operations. There you see outline the assignment and quiz. So this week is a one module week. All right. With the abbreviated 10-week schedule, some weeks there's going to be 2 modules due. All right. So if we look at our modules, all right, here's our orientation quiz. Hold on. Here's our orientation quiz. Here's our honor lock practice quiz that we need to take care of. Here's the introduction discussion that we're going to mention in a second. Now, the M1 overview. All right, gives an outline of everything. All right, reading, some PowerPoints, all those things. All right, if we click on a link, gives you a lecture of everything. All right, of all the material that's covered in this unit. All right, and also you'll see the M1 homework and the M1 quiz. All right, so if we look at the M1 homework, all right, if we look at the M1 homework, it opens it up. It's in Cengage, our third party. Okay, here's everything we're looking at. All right, all the types of problems we're working with integers and all these things. It gives you an outline of how many points, all this stuff. Now, if you have an issue as you come along with a problem or an answer, in other words, you think you did it correctly and it's marking it wrong, there's your Ask Your Teacher tool, and I can give you some help. All right, there's 46 questions in this one. Each one graded a certain number of points, totals up to 100. As you see here, it says you're allowed unlimited attempts for each question. However, a similar question with new randomization will be available after 3 incorrect submissions. This lets you see the answer to a question that you were unable to answer correctly, figure out the problem should be worked, and then answer the problem for credit using a different set of values. All right. So you're going to work on these problems. That one's worth, like we said, 100 points. All right. If we look at the next, the M1 quiz, same material, it's just a quiz. All right, similar idea, set up. Do not attempt to complete it using a Chromebook or mobile device. That's very important. You should be trying to do this on a regular computer. Save your quiz progress after answering each answer, but do not submit the quiz until you have answered every question. You have 60 minutes and you're allowed 2 submissions. However, once you submit, that counts and you'd have to do it again. You're allowed 2. All right. So, unlike the homeworks where you have unlimited, you only have 2. All right. So, each module we have has an assignment and a quiz. They're each handled differently. All right. Now, discussion questions. All right. Discussion questions. This week is the introduction discussion. I want to go through the rubric with you. Please provide a brief description of yourself, including where you are located, all right, how you prefer to be addressed. So if you have a particular name you want to be called, go with that. Hobbies, things you're interested in, the degree program you're enrolled in. So whatever you're attending, whatever your future goals are degree-wise, put it there, or any other details that you feel will help us to get to know you better. Feel free to include an image of yourself so your instructor and classmates can put a face to a name. All right, if you need to see what personally I look like, okay, there is modules. All right, over here you'll see the instructor bio. All right, and there I am with my Texas gloves, my Ohio State hat, and my Oregon cross-country sweatshirt. All right, with my family, my 2 daughters. My oldest is currently a college freshman. My youngest is a sophomore at high school. And there is my wife, who's currently working as a floral designer. Okay, so that's a little bit about me. All right, so that's what we're looking for in the discussion questions. But I want to go back to the rubric to make sure you understand how it's graded. Okay. After that, what do you hope to learn from the class? Explain, be specific, referring to course-specific topics found in the syllabus. So you want to take a look at the syllabus, and you'll see all the topics we're going to go through. So talk about which ones interest you and why. All right. After we get through the other certain things. All right. Everything's there in the syllabus, the course description. All right. Learning outcomes. There they all are. Then the learning outcomes. All right. So we're working on that. All right. So put that in there as well, please. We go back to. Oh, it's not going to let me get there. So we'll go back to discussions. All right. And then finally, what is plagiarism? What is the college's policy regarding plagiarism? How will you avoid violating this policy? So you need to look through your materials and include that in a thorough discussion of the plagiarism. All right, here's your rubric. An initial response. Initial post is added, submits early in the session before Thursday. Now, that's for a regular course. Obviously, this is Wednesday. Instead of the course going Monday through Sunday, which is why it would be Thursday. All right, so I'll give you an update on that. Instead of before Thursday, which would be about a third of the day of the week, we would like that in by Saturday. Ideas are clearly stated. Please separate correctly with paragraphs. Well written, no grammatical errors. Please take your time in doing that. Make sure you proofread it, that your sentences have the correct structure, those types of things. Remember, this is as if you're submitting a paper. So let's avoid using things like LOL and those types of things. Answer the question or is relevant to the topic in discussion, makes reference to information found in the Get Started module. So you're going to want to get involved with that Get Started module. So we click modules. All right. And we want to do the Get Started portion. Okay. Found in that. So we're here in the Get Started. That covers till we see the next manila, which is the faculty center. So we want to incorporate that, please. All right. Now, in addition to that, you need to respond to classmates. For this discussion, you need to respond to at least one classmate. Do not simply reply with good job, I like what you said, or I agree. It needs to be more substantial than that. explain what you appreciate or what you learned from your classmates' posts, other things that you think might help them or others reading it. Added substantial information about the topic, so we're looking for you to build on what they say with regards to this. Stimulated additional thought and postings by other students about the topic, included a minimum of 3 lines. So again, make sure you get those done in order to get full credit. Totals up to 100. So that's another part that's due in this upcoming week. All right. So if we go back finally to the syllabus, all right, we review what we're working on. Okay. We're working right here in week 1. So we're getting the readiness activities done in the Get Started module. We're starting module 1. Read through what you need in lecture learning, complete the assignment, complete the quiz. All that needs to be done by next Tuesday, the 18th. All right. All right. Stop presenting. All right. So hopefully that gives you a rundown of what's going on this week. I'm going to try to post a lot in the announcement sections, things that help you. I have outlines of certain topics that may be beneficial. The other reason I like people submitting early in the week, I will read through the homework assignments or the assignment grade and try to give you feedback. I will post it both in the grade book for comments. In addition, I will also send you an email going through certain things that may help you. It may not cover your entire assignment. As you progress, I'll read through it. I like to do that each night and give you feedback before you take the quiz. That way you have that feedback before you do it. All right. Please reach out with any questions at any point. Remember, I'm here to help you. All right. Take care. And I'm sure we will talk to each other in the way that we do sometime soon. Have a good evening. Stay healthy.